Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, twin flames, divine feminine, divine masculine. Hello. Welcome back to the tarot closet and welcome to another twin flame reading here at the tarot closet. I'm really happy you're here. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Welcome back. If you are a regular viewer, thank you for joining me today. My name is Christine. I'm really happy to be channeling for you, and I have some kind of feelings going on here. Some intense. I have my stomach's kind of knotted up. There's a huge stack of cards. We're not going to look at them all, but it's revealing the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, so we got to look at that. Yeah, there's obviously this is Sun in Virgo energy. It's putting the Sun in reverse, and that's an energy of, it's a temporary energy of things kind of getting what you want, I want to say. And that 8, of course, is an action number, and it's also connected to karma, connected also to infinity. And that is working out a karmic cycle, paying some karmic debts right now. So I do feel that your twin flame is, well, that's what's actively going on. So that wanted to show, let's see what else is coming through. That was really much too big of a stack to take. Hello. Your reading has always begun the moment the camera is on. And today there's more evidence of that than usual. So I'm going to try to get through this really fast. I want to say thank you again for being here and remind you that this is a general tarot reading, so take what resonates for you, let the rest go. And I also want to remind you that this is a timeless twin flame reading, twin flame tarot reading. You're here when you're meant to be here. This is a fated connection. It means that there is a message here for you. And so, as I'm saying that, we're seeing the Eight of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius energy. And we're also seeing exactly the energy that has already come in. It's the Two of Pentacles, Capricorn and Saturn energy. So your twin flame is, well, they're in a karmic situation. They're working out some karma literally as we speak. You're here as well, of course. And I don't always feel that it's a karmic situation in terms of romance. I do feel that today. But I also see that you're on their mind. They're feeling a little bit overwhelmed here with what's going on in their life. You're here in one of these pentacles, you know, commitments, relationships, connections. And what is that other pentacle? Again, I do feel that there's a karmic situation, and your twin flame is actively working out some karmic debts right now in a karmic cycle, literally. But I don't think it's just around a karmic connection. It's around a lot of things. It's around exactly what we see here too. You know, it's around money. It's around an entire life situation. So are they wanting to communicate with you? I think that's always a matter of timing, and I think it's always kind of there. You know, it does look like that might be the case. It could even be that something comes through that's not always the case. So let's see, you know, more of that 8 here, which is strong with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's still an 8. It's still an infinity symbol. It's still working out the karma. There's also a manifesting energy that's coming through. So I know they really want to contact you, whether they can or they have or they're working on it. We need to dig in here. But here's that other 8. Of course, in the wands, and it's the matters of the heart. And here's the infinity symbol, which is also an 8. And that's also connecting us to Saturn. And, well, yeah, it's the planet of, can slow some things down. Structure, rules, tradition, karma, obstacles, life lessons, strength and perseverance to get through it. So we can see that that is in fact the case here. And, you know, it's a little bit early. I'm just feeling like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that that was the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands there, and probably a lot more. Okay, so the Magician in reverse. I know, probably not the happiest card to see here in reverse. Gemini, Virgo energy, Mercury energy, but it really is what I'm feeling already. Beautiful twin flames. So there's a lot of scattered energy right now. There is this, well, it's unfulfilled. What can I say? It's unfulfilled here. The Magician is taking inspired action. The Magician, as above, so below, turning visions into reality, having worked out the cycle, you know? The renewal here should be see the Magician here in the upright. It's your first card coming in, and it's the overall energy today. It doesn't always happen either. And that's because it's exactly what we saw in the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, that it's not, they're working it out still. This is the karma. They're working out, they're in a karmic cycle right now. I do feel that they're in a karmic situation, and there's just some scattered energy around their life, is what I want to say. And yeah, of course, you're here. And this infinity symbol, of course, this is connecting us to Saturn. It's connecting us to Libra. You know, the balancing of the divine feminine, divine masculine energies to get into a place of balance, to do what needs to be done in life, you know. And we saw that in the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, that there's just a lot of this going on, I feel like, with the energies. Of course, we all possess divine feminine, divine masculine energy within us, and that's what's going on with your twin flame. But that's also working out. This is what they're in right now for the renewal. It's not time. An unfulfilled potential energy does come through here. It's sort of like wasting the resources of the Magician, you know, water, air, earth, and fire. Everything, what they're wanting, they're not really getting. But what they're doing will ultimately get them there, of course, for both of you. And today, I don't think I've brought in my feather. I don't think I've brought in a lot of what I usually bring in. If you are watching my readings regularly, you probably see a lot of differences in readings and what I brought in and what I'm bringing in now. It's been a long time since I've brought this in, and it's coming in. It's really particular for you today, I feel, why I was drawn to bringing it in. And that's really just, well, a feather, what do they say? A feather is here, an angel is near. It's sort of like dropping hope and having faith and letting you know that this is a protected connection. You are not alone on this connection, of course, although it probably feels that way. In fact, I know that it feels that way at times. So that really is a message of hope for me. The Hierophant energy, not surprising at all, is the first card coming down in your placements. Divine masculine energy, Taurus energy, this is exactly the energy that I'm feeling. So this is a card of commitments and partnerships, long-term contracts, connections. It can be marriage. And this is what's going on, I want to say, in your person's life, because it's also connected to some expectations, conformity, tradition, things needing to be a certain way in their life. This is that energy. This is the karmic situation that I feel like they're in, both in a karmic connection and just everything that's going around, everything around that in their life. This is also, it's one of these readings today already, Twin Flames. This is also yours, I wanted to say. It's the Strength card. It's literally, look at this. This is what they're doing. They're actively in a karmic cycle right now. I do feel with the karmic. This is Leo energy, of course, and it's the source. It's higher power, crown chakra. Messages from the divine. Quite literally, the strength here to work this out, to get this Magician here. Look at all three major arcanas here already coming in. We saw a lot of minor arcanas on our way here, of course, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles, but all messages of validation of what is going on here, really trying to get through this cycle. I do feel also it's coming through, and we saw that with the Eight of Wands, that they desperately want to connect with you and talk to you and have some type of reunion, and it can be via message. For some of you, there might be a way that you're seeing, possibly running into or seeing your twin flame. That is definitely possibilities for some. I know that is not for everybody. Nonetheless, that Eight of Wands that we saw, Mercury in Sagittarius, you know, all about communication and the planet of the mind. We know that it's on their mind. We also know they're manifesting that, but it's just not manifesting literally to get through what they're going through. I mean, this is that energy. This is, of course, connecting with Source and Leo, but of course that 8, strongly connecting with Saturn and karma and needing the strength to get through that. And a lot of expectations your person has. People have a lot. There's a lot on them, I feel. And you. There's there's an alignment here that's incredible. So this is both trying to work out that cycle for the renewal, of course, this karmic cycle that they're in. Also, I just feel really wanting to communicate with you, and that I've just had this feeling all day today, and I was playing some piano beforehand and writing some really beautiful pieces which I feel are yours, and that might connect with some of you, quite emotional pieces. As you probably, a lot of you know, I'm also a musician, a singer, and a songwriter and all that, and it was without singing. It was just a really beautiful piece. So I feel like for a lot of you that, for all of you, that was for you, and coming through also from your person, a channeling for you and from your guides. It was a very hopeful piece, actually, a little bit melancholish. I do have to say that, as we say here in Austria, melancholy. But wanting to communicate desperately here as they're working things out. And of course, that is connecting you here, the infinity. I love you to infinity. That just doesn't always come through. I am hearing that they really want to send that message to you right now here. And I hope it comes through. I think it's going to probably come through in your channeled love messages from your twin flame, messages from their higher self. We'll see if, obviously, if that's a potential, if it's potentially coming through in the 3D. For some of you, it might even be deleting, that sort of thing. But you're very much on their mind. There is this element of kind of escaping from what's going on and just manifesting. What I wanted to say is getting through this and being able to connect with you. But they kind of hit a block. I'm sort of seeing like a wall. And whether that's around the karmic situation or internal stuff around them, you know, let's see what's going on. But of course, that infinity is also connected to, well, again, it's connecting to Libra, but that's the balance, and that's what they're trying to do. Again, both the divine feminine and divine masculine energies to do what they need to do to get to where they need to go, and also to live the life that they're in. But that's, of course, it's the cycle, and it's the renewal that they're heading for. And that infinity also connecting with the balance, but also coming out of that duality. Okay, so this was just sliding off, and I'm seeing it. It's not even just about, it's not even just about showing it to you. It was wanting to come off. But this, I want to show this to you. And I don't know. I just need to kind of zone in here whether or not I'm going to do bottoms up, and I don't think I'm going to. So the moon energy is right below the magician card. Pisces energy, another major arcana here, right below the magician in reverse. Pisces energy, Gemini and Cancer also coming through, and it's the moon. And of course, the moon is also the energy around Neptune, and I always think of that as kind of the twin flame planet, you know, the illusions here. And yeah, escapism too is coming through strong. So there's a lot of dreaming about you right now. And for a lot of you, I want to say, really for all of you, you might already be aware of what's going on in your dreams connected to your twin flame. If you're not, it's a message that is coming through for you. And that's whatever your guides literally are wanting to send this to you today, to pay attention to your dreams. So if you're not keeping a dream journal, even just a little piece of paper, and, you know, for deciphering, because it's not always what we think. So that's going on, but also clear signs through music, repeating words, people coming into your life, going out, synchronicities, music, movies, all of that is really high right now because your twin flame is just in it and sending it to you, and your guides connecting you there in the 4 and 5D. So definitely a message for you, and more of this energy that they really want to communicate. They really want to open up. There's so much that is, look, I mean, this crustacean is blocking this flow here. So do I think that there's no energy flow between you? Of course not. There always is. That Two of Cups is always ever present for me on the twin flame journey. Now, it's always kind of a spinner because in reverse, that is a strong indication of separation, which is going on here. But that exchange in the upper right, and by the way, we're seeing it here in the reverse in the Five of Cups. So there it is, the Two of Cups in reverse here. And we'll talk about the Five of Cups in just a moment, your card here. But that energy exchange is always going on. You know, even when you're feeling like you don't feel them, or are they feeling me? There are periods, and I feel like right now you're coming out of a period of not feeling their energy and wondering why, are they even thinking of me? Yeah, because they're coming into it right now. It's strong. It's palpable is what I want to say. And I've been feeling it for you long before I came to the table today. And it's just really incredibly strong. So all the messages that you are receiving via dreams, via your daily life, those are, and that you're connecting to and saying, well, wow, you know, and when you get that feeling of feeling your twin flame, it's because they are thinking about you, and those are messages coming through. Because when you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you. And right now, the emotional energy is strong. This crustacean is blocking that flow, but let me tell you, it's getting out of the way here. And I think it really already has in the way of your twin flame, and also for you, of just really feeling that flow and hearing it, you know, because as this water is coming through, this emotional energy connected, of course, to the divine, to intuition, you're hearing it. And that's a strong connection to your guides, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, your intuition, your gut instincts. These are your guardian angels, because as this crustacean moves and the divine energy is flowing, and that love here and the emotional energy, you hear it. You hear it in music. You hear something somebody said. There's synchronicities popping up. You see it. You can see the flow. You can hear the flow. You can even touch and taste it. Perhaps some triggering going on for you just in your daily life. So that's a really incredibly strong energy here. Wow. And connecting to that Neptune energy as well, of course. Dreams. Kind of, I want to say, fantasy energy too. And that's a lot of what's going on with your person here as well, as they're working this out. How they feel about you is just a no-brainer. Of course, I don't need to say that to you, but right now, you're coming out of this period of feeling like you didn't feel their energy. Well, it's coming in. I hope you're ready, because it's going to be overwhelming. You're almost going to have to, I want to say, well, yeah, that's a message coming through for you to kind of check yourself before you are sending off any long-winded messages or anything that might make you feel bad. In that way, writing it out, what you want to say, connecting in the 4 and 5D. But for some of you, it's going to be, I feel like, and if it hasn't already, triggering these intense emotions and feelings and making you want to kind of chase. So there's just a little message there, you know, to keep that in check, so it doesn't kind of spin you out, if you know what I mean. So the Five of Cups here, in reverse, Mars and Scorpio energy. Of course, Mars is, you know, this is a Scorpio energy, but Mars also brings in Aries, and that's the beginning and the end. It's the planet of action, drive, some conflicting energy, some desire too, some completion energy, and you're seeing it in reverse here. So it's kind of like after this fact of them running, triggering, feeling abandoned, feeling like they don't love you. There's a lot of regret here in the Five of Cups in this energy while you were still possibly talking, or as the separation was happening here in the Three of Cups within the Five of Cups. That's Mercury in Cancer. And that's, of course, the planet of the mind, the planet of communication. You can see the emotional spill here. So it's sort of like either it wasn't happening or there were some things that were said, yet you're still here in each other's energy. And there's a lot of regret around your twin flame for how they left things. So that is not just an apology, they're asking for forgiveness. And that's coming through her as it came in reverse. And they're sorry for not communicating. They're sorry for not saying what you both know was there, their feelings. And just, this is something I want to tell you that, well, we know it's all part of the twin flame journey. They didn't even realize it themselves. exactly what they were triggered over. But they're sorry here. So for some of you too, it could have even been that some things that were said here, because we're also seeing that in the Two of Cups, which is in reverse here, of the separation, and possibly some kind of back and forth things and messages, or maybe for some of you in person, not for everyone on the phone, that were said. And because this is a really strong energy of asking for forgiveness. And of course, it's the cup energy, and it's a really emotional energy, and it's connected to the 5th chakra for me. Of course, you know, that's the throat chakra. So the lack of communication, and as they were triggered and communicating less and less, and ultimately I feel like just not communicating, they are sending that through. And despite that, I know I'm shuffling it past. No, my finger is pushing it off. Okay. My finger is pushing it off. The King of Pentacles. And whoa. Okay. The 4 of Swords. King of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Cups. Okay. So King of Pentacles is here in reverse with the Strength card here in the partnership placement. Virgo ruled by Mercury energy, and I gotta tell you, so we already know that there is a karmic connection in your person's life, and there's something going on with them. There's a little bit of jealousy coming through, and that's been coming through in your readings, really, I want to say almost for the past month. So there's a struggle going on in their connection. I'm going to leave it at that. But it's also the Pentacle in reverse here from this King of Pentacles, who is holding a scepter, you know, power of life. And of course, that's connecting us to Empress energy, isn't it? The leader of all the 12 star signs, who the divine feminine energy. So interesting here. And also with this idea of developing this pentacle, this journey you're on, it's in reverse. And it's connecting to the Hierophant energy, I feel, of a karmic situation and a karmic connection. So somebody here, that they're in something with their connection. I'm going to leave it at that because, well, because I'm feeling like, I don't know. I'm feeling this emotional buildup here. It's incredible. I'm feeling it. My heart chakra is, it's kind of doing this. And it's been intense the last weeks, hasn't it? In this connection. So I'm trying not to go there, but it might end up there. Let's see. There is some jealous energy around this Hierophant energy, which is around, I want to say, a karmic connection, a situation that your twin flame is in. These are yours. Okay. And here's that 8 of Wands again, and it's coming in reverse. So they are trying to connect with you. But before we talk about this, there's also that energy of holding that pentacle back from you. And that was, well, the separation, the slow withdrawal, was it a ghosting? Whatever that is, they're really sorry here. They're really trying to get through this. And this is in connection to you, I feel, in this 4 of Swords. It's Jupiter and Libra energy, and Jupiter, of course, is the planet of prosperity, expansion, you know, feeling, you go here after the 3 of Swords, the loss, you know, the heartbreak, and I do feel that your person is actively still here. I think you both are still here because it's where you go for the renewal, you know, and the 3 of Swords are right there on display. They're hung up, but they're here, and there's that 4th sword, and that 4, of course, is bringing in a manifesting energy of both wanting clarity, truth, communication, and alignment for both of you, and your twin flame here wanting to bring that to you. This is really where they are. You know, they're working on this renewal. I don't think that they're out of here yet. You can see it. Whether or not actual, again, 3D communication is coming through. What is showing up below? Judgment in reverse. Interesting. Maybe it comes back. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it comes back in the upright. Not even the point, because that is an energy of not being, it's kind of like not being ready, not listening here to Archangel Gabriel, who just wants to bring everybody together, the herald of visions. You know, the angel for messages. wanting to send some clarity down, to make some decisions and wake up. They're just still in something here, you know, and that's just how it is. There's still a fear of changing whatever's going on. They're just in it. What can I say? But this Eight of Wands in reverse coming through also is coming back, and now it's in reverse, and it's really the energy that I've been feeling. So you may have already seen messages coming through. They may even have stayed there, and you're just looking at them, or they've unsent something or deleted it. You might even be noticing. This is the thing. I do feel there's a lot of signs around you right now, both coming in the way of music, synchronicities, your dreams, just things randomly all the time, you know, just kind of popping in and out here. But also just in the way of actual messages is what I wanted to say. So for some of you, it can be that there's a message just sitting there, or it was deleted. But there's also an energy of them trying to communicate, because the Eight of Wands is back, and there's a frustrated energy here of the delay. There's a frustration in not being able to say what they want to say to you. So either just not being able to pick up the phone, send a voice message, or write. But I feel for a lot of you that they're actively going over in their head all the things that they're wanting to say, possibly writing them out and not sending them, maybe sending them, deleting them. Maybe that some have even been sent again, and they're just kind of sitting there because they are, yeah, look, the Devil in reverse and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so Capricorn and Saturn energy. So this is connecting very strongly. This is where your twin flames energy is the strongest, by the way. The Five of Cups in reverse is there today, connecting with the Six of Cups. This is you. Look at that Five of Cups energy going right into the Six of Cups. And what is in the Six of Cups? We also have the Five Cups there, of course, and that's the energy we already know that they regretted as they were running, not talking, or very shortly thereafter. And that's also why they're asking for forgiveness here. And you might be seeing that coming in via music, messages, dreams, that sort of thing. And probably it's going to come through in your channeled love messages today, messages from their higher self. And again, for some of you, there were actually messages coming through. But the clarity here, look at that. Look at that crown, connecting, of course, to higher power, crown chakra, which is also connecting to the sun energy, trying to work some things out here, big time. Look what's on their mind, the clarity. Reunion energy, it's kind of jacked up. You know, victory energy here on the sword, transactional energy, clarity, communication, information here, connecting with the Devil energy, Capricorn and Saturn energy, some attachments here. And yeah, it's connected both to what's going on in their life, but this is also apologizing for how they left things. It's incredibly strong. This is a recovering energy here in reverse. It's kind of a healing energy. And it's also really connecting with what they're going through and what they're trying to work out in their life. The energy is kind of scattered. You know, they realize that there's a realization about where they are, of just being, I don't want to say stuck, but just they're just trying to work out, what can I say? They're trying to work out this karmic situation that they're in, but there's nothing really moving at the moment, other than a whole lot of feelings and emotions here. So incredibly strong for you. This is your reading, and it's coming through incredibly strong. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. So a lot of these feelings that they're having are bringing up some conflicting energies, because it was a whole lot easier for them when they were in some kind of denial and able to kind of just pass it off as, you know, that's what that was, moving on energy. They're realizing it's not that. And that brings up a lot of conflicting energy. And this is the healing energy for you, but it's also actively working on these attachments. And it's also connecting with what's going on in their day-to-day life and how they're handling things. And I want to get into that, but I really quickly need to turn off my camera and turn it on because it's about to die. Hello. There's much smoother ways of doing that, but not today, because I want to get these messages to you. So actively doing some things that maybe aren't for their highest good, and they're trying to work on that too. They're trying not to do things that are not going to serve their highest purpose or the highest purpose of those around them. So I really like this. There's a wake-up energy in that, the clarity, which I like because we saw that in the Judgment in reverse, which is right under here. And I think it might have to, I don't know if it's yours or not, but it's there. Whether I'm continuing here in, I think I'm going to stay in bottoms up. That's what I'm hearing. That's why it's just lingering here. But the clarity is here, actually. It's just the ultimate energy of judgment in the upright of course, the 20 judgment coming to a 2, taking us right into infinity. And the balance is not here yet because it's just the renewal is not here. They're still actively in a karmic connection. And yeah, and some karmic lessons here that just need to be learned. And there's nothing anyone can do about it but, well, what they can do about it, which is to work them out. But the clarity and wanting to send you an apology, the forgiveness is here, and that's coming through really strongly in your reading. So also paying attention to how else that's coming in for you. And again, we'll look at the channeled love messages. But it's also an energy of what is going on here in their life. So look at that clarity as they're asking for forgiveness. They haven't let you go, but I'm going to tell you something. There is a 4th pentacle here. You know, partnership, connection, relationship, commitment. I do feel they're in a karmic situation. There's more of this energy of manifesting here to change it, but there's a lot around that 4th pentacle. So money and jobs, family of origin, people in their head, in their life. A lot of other people are involved in this connection. It's all here in this 4th pentacle. They haven't let you go. They're very worried about you because here's the thing. They're worried that you are moving away or that they've lost you or you're out of reach because it's been shifted here. There is an energy shift, whether you're feeling that or not. And I think a lot of you are because there's been an energy here on this journey that I'm reading for today of not feeling your twin flames energy and feeling like they just don't care or where are they? It's what are they up to? And you kind of poking in and looking and just thinking, what the heck's going on? There's like a shift here and they are really deeply looking into you. And they're actually feeling that now, looking and saying, what is going on with my twin flame? Have I lost my twin flame? Because they haven't figured this out yet. That 4th pentacle that they're needing to work out here in the upright energy, they're actively in it. They're actively in it. 4 of Pentacles, the Sun and Capricorn energy. And again, that's putting the Sun in reverse again, and it's this temporary energy. It doesn't stay there, but it's like delayed gratification. It's sadness around waiting for things to change. Actively working out some things, of course. It could be that there's some signing of papers and things going on in that sense that are bringing that karmic situation closer to being worked out. It's not going to be that's not a guarantee here, but it is coming through in some ways. But whatever the case is, they're still working this out here. There's a really strong vulnerable energy. Their mindset, it's kind of like almost like a bankrupt energy. And it's interesting that that's coming through because there is some money involvement here. So that actually can be some of what's going on here and some of why the struggle is so intense in terms of changing the situation that they're in, that they're wanting to change, because there are other people involved. I feel like a lot of other people and money. There's money involved here. Interesting that that is coming through. So they're sending that through to you. And of course here in your person's, where their energy is the strongest, right below is the 6 of Cups. And this is your twin flame journey energy is here. And there's also a lot of soulmate energy here. And well, the nostalgia, like I said, is incredibly intense right now. So I'm just not surprised by this at all. They're thinking a lot about you. They're thinking about when and if they'll see you again, they'll talk to you again. Do I feel like this is bringing you together in the 3D? I don't. In the 4 and 5D, yes, very much. and messages that are coming through here now. Really, really strong telepathic connection anyway, but right now I want to say it's almost at an all-time high. And also, again, in all your day-to-day life activities, in your dreams, most definitely, and probably, I think, coming through here today. But the nostalgic energy is really very strong and very much connected to what is going on. Again, also here with this Eight of Wands in reverse. And I do feel, that's the thing, it's the energy that I feel of them coming back in, you know. It can be, again, that there's a message sitting there, or there's one even that pops in, or it pops in and pops out, you know, because that crustacean has been moved out of the way here in the 3D, you know, and it's coming through in the 4 and the 5D, and again, possibly in the 3D as well. But the energy, the flow, the emotional energy that you haven't been feeling is coming back in here, and it's in reversal. They're feeling you kind of not feeling you almost, or just wondering what you're up to. Perhaps you've got extra quiet, or maybe you've been putting out a lot of things intentionally for them to see or hear. Whatever it is, it's triggering them, and it's bringing up a lot, and they are really worried here looking in. So it's happening as I do this. This is where it's going. It is turning into a bottoms up, so there is that Judgment in reverse energy, and this is where it's going. Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, this is just not surprising at all. There's that 8 again. Saturn and Pisces energy. This is the energy flow coming back to you. Quite literally, that 8, of course, is the infinity symbol as well. And that's the cycle here. And it's also the energy flow that is constant between you, and it's shifted. It's coming back in here. It is coming back in here in a really big way. It's the Cups energy. It's very emotional that I feel the energy around the shift is intense. So it might be an extra emotional time for you because they're sending that to you. They're sending the energy to you. So that is, well, you're feeling it. You may be feeling a little more emotional than usual and wondering what the heck's that all about? You know, couple that, if you're watching this in real time, probably with the time of year that it is. But again, it's not for everyone that you're coming here in real time. I want to remind you of that. It really is just not important. When you get here is when you get here. It's when you're meant to be here. But this is the emotional flow, and they're sending it to you whether they like it or not, even if they've been trying to hold it back. And some Emperor in reverse energy is what I'm seeing, of just a little bit of Hangman energy, just some power struggles kind of going on here. Some ego in their shadow and ego selves. They're in some shadow and ego, I have to tell you. So whether they like it or not, you're receiving the emotional, you're receiving their messages, even if they don't realize that they're sending them. You're connected. You're one soul. So that's, if you've been feeling extra emotional and things have been triggering you, that is why it's that energy is flowing toward you. It always is. I mean, you always have the connection, but of course it's stronger sometimes than other times, and it's just really strong right now. That might manifest into an actual message. It may already have, but again, this is way more about the 4 and 5D telepathy, and of course what we're going to see here today. Whew. And that's the thing, it's still an 8, you know, it's still around the karmic situation and the karmic lessons. And that is also what is triggering a lot of their emotions that are being sent to you, whether they like it or not. The 2 of Pentacles is back, and there it is. There's the infinity. There's the 8. There is literally the karmic cycle, the karmic connection, the sending, also the emotional flow. Look at here back in the 2 of Pentacles, Capricorn, Saturn energy. Of course, that's the Saturn energy here. That is the karmic cycle, the karmic lessons. That's around whatever's going on here. We already know that. The Hierophant energy, the Strength card, and the Magician in reverse. Big stuff here. You know, whether they see it or not, it's ultimately, again, the work now gets us you know, gets you, your person, your twin flame, you know, to where they want to get to later. But this is really active energy here. And well, what can I say? It's, of course, it's also infinity, and that's the two of you. And that's connecting to, well, the balance, the renewal, the balance of the divine feminine, divine masculine energies within your twin flame. It's causing a shift here. This run, kind of, it's like the chaser runner shifting, which does happen. The shift does happen. It may not be an active thing where the messages come in, but when that energy is going on, that's when you're going to feel the emotional energy strong and get these messages and the synchronicities and the music. That's because that's a shift. It may manifest in actual messages coming through as well as kind of like the runner. The runner has become the chaser energy, but it won't always be, okay, they've become the chaser and they're knocking on your door and it's a union. Do you know what I mean? It's going to come in whatever ways it comes for you. It's going to be a myriad of ways. So, you know, messages, synchronicities, things that you're hearing, dreams, music, numbers. Again, being able to smell as this crustacean moves and this energy is flowing back to you here in the Eight of Cups and the Moon card, this energy that might come in a 3D message, but is probably not for a lot of you. It's just this flow that's coming in, smells, repeating, seeing things, hearing things, synchronicities, numbers, animals, patterns. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Very vivid dreams. Just intuition and knowing energies here, also connecting us with the moon energy, accidental meetings, synchronicities. It's just incredibly strong because the emotional flow that's always there between you has shifted and they're just sending it to you. So this is partly why I feel like your feather is here too. It's just your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors sending you hope and having faith and just knowing that you're protected. The connection is protected. And yeah, there is a going with the flow energy, let go, let God energy coming through, because it might be putting you in a state of, you know, just and I'm, you know, just wondering, why am I feeling like this? Why am I just suddenly feeling all these emotions? Because they're sending them to you, whether they know it or not. Knight of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. Okay, and I see this under here, and these are all yours. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, you know, that's the Ten of Wands, Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. It's around, of course, the energy of love. It's matters of the heart, and this is very much connected here with what's going on, and I feel like it's an alignment for everyone, and we're going to talk about all this too. Your twin flame, look at this energy here, the Seven of Swords. It's the runner. It's the runner. I mean, what can I say? It's the runner. It's Aquarius and Uranus energy. So we know that they're still actively running, but there is the Ace of Swords here and the minor arcanas and the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords, excuse me, and the Eight of Swords in reverse of some coming unstuck energy and just the way of letting those emotions come to you, you know, releasing them. And it's might feel like uncomfortable and like, why are you sending me all this? It's just the emotional energy that you're feeling. And that's what I wanted to say, because there is that, and it's the Eight of Swords again. It's that eight, you know, I mean, what can I say? It's what we see they're doing still. The thing about the Eight of Swords, Jupiter and Gemini energy, is they put themselves here in many ways, and that's the separation, the isolation, the Wheel of Fortune, but it's actually in reverse here. Yeah, okay. So we will keep that, and then we're going to probably bring in some Oracle, I think. And that's just around the not communicating and holding back of the emotional energy. That is the sword energy. It's not the cups, but you can see all the emotional energy here. It's the clarity, a lot of the clarity that they're receiving here and coming unstuck enough it's shifted again, but they're still running. This is not coming into union, of course, and I think you already know that, you know, and that's this energy here of controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't. But this is an active runner for me. And we are keeping that because that came through. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I know. It's Jupiter energy. And it really is, well, fate, destiny, controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. Of course, there's a deep soulmate connection here as well. Your destinies are intertwined, obviously, in connecting here with the feeling that you've known each other. And I mean, you have in that sense. But it is in reverse, and things are out of your control, you know, and oftentimes it's kind of like it's stuck. It's not that it's stuck, it's just where it needs to be right now. It's not time, divine timing, you know. Things are as it should be. Things are where they should be. That's really, I don't really know what else to say. That's the message that I'm hearing. I know. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energy here as well. And these are the last 4 coming in. It's like, what the heck? The Knight of Cups coming here in reverse, Scorpio and Pluto energy. So, yeah, I mean, this is, what can I say? It's around, I feel like, the apologetic energy in the 5 of Cups, because there is a really strong, they're asking for forgiveness here. It's coming through incredibly strong, and again, you might be feeling it in your day-to-day life. Seeing it, hearing it, smelling it. In fact, I think that you are, and it's definitely coming through here. So that's around this energy. It's kind of broken promises energy. It's a withholding here. You know, the Knight of Cups is the Prince, Princess Charming energy, romantic proposals. And a lot of this was going on as your, look at this, as your twin flame was running, was triggered and going off and whatever. That's here in the Knight of Cups energy. And this is the Queen of Wands coming through in reverse, you know, and that's, well, yeah, it's the coldness here. That's the ghosting. That is the ghosting, the wishy-washy energy, the hot or cold. All of a sudden it was like, I'm hearing that everything that was said and all the plans, all of a sudden it just felt like it was gone and you were left confused. So they're apologizing for that. This is very much connected to, it's sort of like this. If you were to put like a little bubble and then played a film strip of how things went on as your twin flame was running, this is what they're sending through as an apology. They're recognizing it. They're sending that through. It's connecting to the apology, and it's validating for you, I feel, because this is kind of as it was going down, and they regret that. And that's the 8 of Cups in reverse here, and that's all the emotional stuff that you're feeling is a lot of the energy shift of sending you apologies. You know, it's a little bit maybe one-sided, selfish kind of on your person's side, I want to say, on your twin flame. Only in that they're just trying to work it out too. But that's not what they're meaning to do. They really are, because they are vulnerable. Here there is kind of this, what they're going through feeling, and they want it to stop too. But this is a genuine, this is apologies here and forgiveness around this, because this Knight of Cups was breaking promises and acting wishy-washy, hot and cold energy, not responding, pulling away just before possibly the ghosting or the slow withdrawal. And then all of a sudden you're left there saying, what happened? You know, it's coming in reverse, and that's coming back in here, and they're sending all this emotional energy. So if you're just crying all of a sudden out of the blue, that's why, because it's also good, you know, to release that. That's important. That's a good energy to get that out. And that's should be, I want to say should be, but that's a lifting after, you know. It's not keeping you there. It's helping to release the heavy heart here, because it is a new cycle for that. So what's coming through here, what you're noticing, this energy, the shift, is meant to help you and lift you on your journey, not to despite the fact that this is in separation and no contact, and maybe you've heard, maybe you will, maybe in the 3D, it's more about just giving you this love and support, actually, and sending you all this emotional energy that might feel overwhelming, but is ultimately going to cleanse you. That's what I wanted to say, and heal. It's a healing energy. I know, but you always feel better after. And here in the 5 of Swords in reverse too, around that 5 of Cups in reverse energy of things that were said and things that were not said. Venus and Aquarius energy. It's making peace around that. And they're sorry for that too. In this Page of Pentacles in reverse, this is the separation energy. And this is some of the immature energy and the shadow and ego that was coming in. There's a lot of this energy here, look, of their apology that they're making to you. That's coming through really strongly. And it's also connecting here with the Devil in reverse. And that's what this is all around. So it's the way they handled it, the way they left you, the way they left things, having you question, was that, you know, is that not real? What happened? What did I say? What did I do? You didn't do or say anything here. This is the triggering. You know, it's mirroring. You're triggering things in each other that you know, that's the moon energy too. It's like you're looking at it. You're having to, these things that are happening, it's coming back in your face, and it's like you have to look at stuff that you don't really want to look at. And that's the point. It's the triggering so that the healing can begin and the shadow work can go on, so that the journey can continue moving forward, which it always will. It's just a matter of time, and it's always going to be different for everybody. We're shuffled, but I'm wanting to shuffle some more. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. What do our twin flames need to see? Aho. House, familiarity. That's connecting. And I just heard a message. Those are yours, and I'm going to look at them in a minute, okay? It's connecting with the Six of Cups here. And, well, yeah, it's the feeling of home together. It's the conscious, it's the subconscious, what's on the outside, what's on the inside, the internal work. It's also what's going on, I want to say, in the 3D of all the things that need to be sorted out, and that's coming for both of you. It's connecting strongly here. The Wheel of Fortune, the cycles of life, it's always spinning. It doesn't stay here in this reversal energy, and it's literally just saying things are out of controlling what you can, which is what you're doing, and letting go of what you can't, which is what your twin flame is doing, and connecting around timing and divine timing. And cycles that just need to be worked out, some of which aren't yours. Actively in the 3D, I want to say. So that's a strong message. And what I'm hearing is that I need to bring in another deck that I had ready for you. Because I started this and I realized, okay, right, yeah. And it's a validation that I need to bring it in. So the Sphinx is here, ancient wisdom. You know, what can I say? This is here. Look at this. It does also connect us with Chariot, okay? And that's, well, yeah, it's the change and things moving, and that's the twin flame journey. And that's working, doing the shadow work, getting the cycle for renewal. So that's just clear, okay? You need to have those riddles to get through those Sphinx, through all the obstacles, through life's lessons, karmic lessons, karma, in order to move on. And that's the downloads, of course. And that, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on with that. What I wanted to say, and this is the connection that's incredibly strong for me, is the Sphinx here in the Wheel of Fortune, who, of course, is holding this sword, this transactional energy, being able to get this spinning again. And that's just literally around source, God, goddess, the universe, the divine, messages, shadow work, spirit. It's just all incredibly clear, that Sphinx here, as this is in reverse. So I'm going to keep it here. And we may or may not come back to this deck, but it is wanting to show something, transformational energy. So I want to tell you something. It's not in reverse. I'm not reading Oracle in reverse right now. I'm just not. I don't know. I just haven't been feeling it. It came through in a way for me when I saw that. It was a little jarring, and I thought, well, yeah, because it's just not complete, the cycle. You know, everybody's just still in it. But again, I mean, this is the transformational energy. It's the butterfly. So what's going on as things are transforming? It's the cocoon, you know, and it's dark in there. And we may be talking about dark nights of the soul here. And I feel like for some of you, that might be really actively going on right now. It's quite strong, and that's the energy of transformation, and that's also this energy shift as they're sending things through to you, that it's triggering stuff going on, which is going to ultimately trigger you to do things you need to do in your 3D life, because that's the whole point, you know, of well, yeah, the wake up energy, and just you being able to do that for others as the earth angel that you are on the twin flame journey. So again, that's the cocoon that's in the dark, you know, before it comes out as a butterfly. And again, it might be that some of you, it's really active dark nights of the soul, but it's just also around the shadow work and this energy that is always transforming. So I really like that. And we're keeping this here, and we're also, this is connecting with the Six of Cups, but it's also really, this is also connecting with the Wheel of Fortune here. So I want to keep that there. So we're going to look at these. I think that's going to be it for this Oracle deck. And I'm going to bring in another deck that I've had ready for you. And I really like this. Look at that. Then we're going to bring in some channeled love messages. So angels, of course, this has been really strong today. This protective energy. Angels, a feather is here, an angel is near, and protecting both you and the connection. Sending a lot of compassionate energy, and a reminder to be compassionate and take it easy on yourself as you go through these waves of emotions that are happening. And with your twin flame, because I'm hearing some of you, I don't know, I just got somebody, there's some energy that came through of just being kind of, I don't know about mad, but yeah. Anyway, so this is just compassion all around. What can I say? And the sunflowers, you're both here. The sunflowers don't grow without the sun. That's source, higher power, crown chakra, God, goddess, the universe, the divine. Continue receiving your messages, doing what you need to do. The subconscious and the conscious here, of course, in this house energy, the moon and the sun. And the conscious energy in the sun, the moon, the subconscious, and highlighting it and giving us those big, beautiful full moons for change. And letting emotions flow so that they can be worked out. You know, it's a good thing when we are recognizing them and we're able to take what's coming up and have sometimes just a good cry and be done with it. And the work will happen anyway. And then a lot of times that gets us to brush off and say, okay, this and that, I'm going to do this and that. So allowing that cleansing from those emotions, when you're overcome with them, allowing them to do what they need to do, whether it's just a good cry or to trigger you to do things in your shadow work that need to be done. Either way, it's still really important work for you and important for everybody in life. And it's receiving those messages and knowing your connection to source. And well, yeah, that's the sun energy. They do not exist without the sun, sunflowers. They grow, they literally lean in toward the sun. So leaning into your higher power, your God, your goddess, the universe, the divine, your angels, your guides, paying attention to your intuition, your gut instincts. These are your guardian angels, taking it easy on yourself. Taking it easy on the ones around you. I want to say just in the compassionate form, you know, doing what you need to do for yourself, for your greatest good, and the greatest good, the highest good of those around you. I was looking at the camera the whole time thinking, turn it off and restart it before it dies. And I didn't. But I wanted to say also, it's just, look, it's one stem, it's one soul. And you're both connected to source. This is literally coming together here. Your guides, your connection. And yeah, controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't, letting go, letting God, going with the flow. Lots of love and forgiveness coming through here today, but I know these emotions that they are opening up, that are coming towards you, might be a lot. But there you both are, literally here in this connection. Admiration is what it is saying here. So it's sort of like, of course, for each other, but it's also connecting with that sun energy. And just knowing, this is just a knowing too, which is also connecting to just looking here where I want to have this. I guess this is where it's going to go for now. It's connecting also to the cycle here, because you're both here, by the way, in this strength energy, because this is also about self-love. unconditional love, self-respect, courage to do the things that you need to do. Trust yourself, your gut instincts. These are your guardian angels, your intuition. Be easy on yourself, be compassionate on yourself. And yeah, again, it really is, gosh, trusting source. God, Goddess, the universe, the divine, whatever your beliefs are on this twin flame journey that you are on here. You're in it together, and you're in it with source. Okay, I'm going to move on. We're going to bring in some channeled love messages from your twin flame, messages from your higher self. If you ever feel you are sending a message, or sometimes we'll see conversations going on between you, then that's how it is. And it's so strong today. My heart is like, it's been opened, but it doesn't feel, it just feels like I'm open to what, and this is a message for you. I'm open to what is coming in. I'm open to these feelings. I'm open to writing this out. I'm open to seeing things and trusting myself and making the changes that I need to make, letting some things be that need to be let be. My throat chakras is going crazy. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you help us send through these messages from their twin flame, from your twin flame, or in fact connect them in a conversation if that's what needs to come through. I lost myself for a little while there. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. I think this might be for you. I'm connecting that with the Strength card. I'm so attracted to you. So that's coming from your twin flame, and that's just kind of one of those messages. I wish I could share my good news with you. So who is sending this? I know I messed up everything. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Yeah, that came through really, really strong. And it's, you know, they're really asking for forgiveness here. It just mirrored back that it triggered of course, it triggered the work in them. It triggered their shadow work. It triggered things that they were just not ready to look at. Some of which they are, some of which, of course, they're still not. I look for you everywhere. It's the Six of Cups energy, really strong, because the nostalgic energy and the emotional energy that is being sent your way is incredible. Just being near you is intoxicating, wanted to come through. So it just switched into bottoms up there for a moment. We will be together again. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Yeah, in fact, that's incredibly strong right now. These are the last three coming in. Bottom of the deck. The timing just wasn't right for us. So things are going to start getting covered now. I apologize. It's going right here with the Wheel of Fortune. You came closer than anyone. Okay. So that also revealed. I left before you could leave me. I can't stop thinking about you. Incredibly strong. You were the best thing in my life. I'm sorry. Five of Cups in reverse. Do you miss me too? This is real. You mean a lot to me. We have a deep soul connection. That soulmate energy is still here, you know, in that Magician. I want to tell you that. It's just, yeah, they're just, this cycle is not complete. This is a fated connection. It's also the Wheel of Fortune energy here. Fate and destiny. Controlling what you can, letting go of what you can. And everybody has their own beliefs around predestined. So we won't go into that. I want to be honest. I have so many regrets. Very strong Five of Cups in reverse energy. We are soulmates. We have a deep soul connection. So there it is. That's the energy. They also know it. And it can be that that's just how they're seeing it, you know. The twin flame journey is something, you know, there are such thing as false twin flames, you know. If you know you're on this journey, you're on this journey. And a lot of times, not everybody, of course, knows that. Soulmates is how it's being seen here. You inspire a love in me I never knew. I took you for granted. That's the Eight of Swords also in reverse. I miss you too. Do you miss me too? I miss you too. So here are some conversations going on between you. And yeah, they did leave here. This is the runner. I mean, it should be with the Seven of Swords. This I left you before you could leave me energy. We were destined to meet. That's more Wheel of Fortune energy. Of course, you made a contract. You agreed to that. It's the Three of Cups energy. It's in reverse here, you know, so it's like just how things are manifesting here in the 3D haven't been easy. And I want to tell you that the Three of Cups within that Five of Cups too, connecting with that Devil in reverse energy, they're also actively trying to change some things that they've been doing that are not good for them. So it can be around addictive behavior or overspending money, that sort of thing. A lot of things, okay? I'm not going to go into all of that Devil energy. There's a lot of reasons why it's here today, but that's another message that just came through for you, connecting with the Three of Cups in reverse within those Five of Cups and that Devil energy, that they are actively trying to change some things too. This is the Four of Pentacles in reverse that we're feeling, the triggering that's getting all these emotions flooding your way. The reversal, you know, of the energies. I don't want to lose you forever. They're really feeling that right now. I think of you all the time. It's more of the Six of Cups energy. This is the last one coming through, so I'm going to bring in a little bit more because I'm feeling like this is what's needed, and then I'm going to close the reading. There's so much left unsaid. And then that's going to be it for today. I was scared. Seven of Swords. Forgive me. Really strong today. Five of Cups in reverse. Coming through in all kinds of way. This is really so much. I almost feel like why they had me come to this deck or to my these messages. Meet me in the 5D. Incredibly strong right now. Really, just all of the things that are going on that you're noticing and feeling and why the emotional energy is so high. I'm sending a message. That's it. Also telepathic. Do I feel again like it's 3D? Possibly it already happened or it may still happen. But this is so much about the 4 and 5D. Again, through music, words, smells, weird kind of synchronicity. What did I just say? Random meetings, just things that you're noticing, hearing, your dreams, just really strong energy, repeating numbers, patterns, animals. I love you. I'm always with you. As you both are in this transformational energy, be mine. I like that. They're sending an embrace, a hug. A hug. You're lost. Channeled love message from their higher self, twin flame, is thinking of you brings me peace. I really, really love this. And I really loved your reading. I really don't want it to end, but we're going to end it. It's one of those readings today. My heart is like this. It's kind of been like, you know, kind of that death card energy of just opening it up here and allowing this transformation to happen, the shadow work, the accepting of everything that's going on and alchemizing it here too, which I don't think has been happening. You know, we can see that, but it's really strong messages for that to take that into account as you're feeling and hearing and seeing and smelling and all these things as this energy comes toward you. It's a renewal. It's good. Okay, so I'm feeling this too in a really strong way. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you so very much. I really enjoyed your reading. I feel this sense of peace now. I do. I'm going to go and do what I need to do. And thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. I hope you enjoyed your reading as much as I enjoyed it for you. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. As they say, smash the like button. Subscribe to the Tarot Closet for your weekly twin flame reading. There will be a lot more coming soon. Stay tuned for that here on my other channel, which is, yeah, I've been talking about it for a long time. It is still there. It's still there, okay? So hang tight. Make sure you have your notifications on if you're enjoying your twin flame readings or any readings here at the Tarot Closet so that you are informed in real time when readings are coming. Thank you very much. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, wishing you the best on your twin flame journey and your journey in life, and all the best outcomes for your highest good and the highest good of those around you. Take good care, and I look forward to seeing you at another twin flame reading or another love reading. Bye for now.